Hello guys, today in this video, we're going to help you to find out the best Vitamix blender in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 7. Vitamix Immersion Blender. If you don't have budget or space for a full-size Vitamix, this handheld immersion blender offers versatility and power in a compact form. Of course, it doesn't include a blending jar or pitcher, but it can be used in lots of vessels. The handheld convenience means you can blend dressings in mason jars, smoothies in cups, and soups and sauces in their pots. It'll fit in any container that has at least a 3-inch opening. We had no trouble blending cooked fruits to make mostarda, freshly cooked dried beans to make refried beans, and silky smooth tomato soup. A blade guard helps prevent blades from scratching whatever you're blending it in, making this blender safe to use even in non-stick coated cookware. Most stick-style blenders can run for only a minute at a time to prevent overheating. The Vitamix quadruples this time and can run for 4 minutes before shutting off, which is more than enough time to achieve the perfect blend. One-handed operation allows users to add ingredients without interrupting the blend. 5 variable speed settings, LED light display and ergonomic handle design, scratch resistance blade guard prevents scratching and marring favorite pots and pans, easy twist lock assembly, powerful motor makes every blending task faster, stainless steel body complements other kitchen appliances, 3-year full. Number 6. Vitamix One. This slightly more affordable blender is more basic than the flashier top-tier models, but it's perfect for small spaces. To make this 16-inch tall machine more compact yet still powerful, Vitamix chose to simplify the usual blender controls in the design. First, there's no power button. It's powered on if it's plugged in. There's also no pulse button. There is a variable speed dial that gives you full control. We found that despite its simplicity, this is still a great blender worthy of the Vitamix name. The 32-ounce container has a curvier look than Vitamix's classic boxy design, and its rubber lid does come with an opening for adding and tamping down ingredients. We found that a frozen margarita, banana smoothie, and aioli came together perfectly, with the aioli staying creamy for a few days. This machine has above-average performance, easy cleanup, and simple operation. That said, this was the loudest of the blenders we tested. Even when we blended some cocoa nibs, which we did slowly with sugar and water, the Vitamix One was able to produce a smooth chocolate sauce. That last test was a little beyond what the manufacturer says this can handle, as the 1.25 horsepower motor is not recommended for blending dry grains, hot items, or nut butter. The narrow base also isn't as great for chunky foods, but it's passable if you layer the foods in. We slimmed down our classic Vitamix to give you more counter space, but left plenty of room to play. It'll blend tough fibrous fruits and veggies into smoothies, dressings, sauces, purees, and frozen desserts. This container makes amazing smoothies, sauces, dips, and frozen treats, but is not intended to be used for hot soups, nut butters, or grinding grains. Number 5. Vitamix Ascent Series A2300. Similar to the Ascent 3500 model, this combines a variable speed dial with a digital timer and wireless connectivity that recognizes the blender jar size and adjusts the programs. It can also connect to the Vitamix Perfect Blend app and to the Perfect Blend Pro Smart Scale for precise measuring as you cook. More importantly, this has an impressive amount of power and can blend just about anything you put in the container. We found the digital interface incredibly intuitive and easy to use. This model exceeded expectations in testing, yielding a smooth and aerated smoothie that was comparable to top-tier Vitamixes. For denser foods, you'll need to blend in large batches or buy the smaller container, which is sold separately. Some users do mention that all of the power puts this blender on the louder side, but we found it to be quieter than less expensive models. That said, it was one of the more difficult to clean out of the models we tested. Number 4. Vitamix 5300 Blender. With a classic, no-fuss design and straightforward features, the 5300 has an on/off toggle, a pulse toggle, and a variable speed dial to precisely control your blending. It comes with a 64-ounce, low-profile container that gives you plenty of space for blending and fits under most kitchen cabinets, so you can tuck it away in the corner of your counter if you don't have a lot of cabinet space. We loved how much control we had over the power, even though this isn't digital. During testing, we were blown away by how rich and frothy the smoothie came out, with very little need to scrape down the sides. Like with most models, the wide container caused some issues during the peanut butter test, so larger batches are encouraged. The self-cleaning feature is convenient, although you'll still have to use some elbow grease to clean up after peanut butter and other sticky foods. This definitely wasn't the loudest blender we tried, but it wasn't the quietest either. Number 3. Vitamix 5200 Professional Grade Blender. This Vitamix 5200 comes with a tall, slim, 64-ounce container that's perfect for smoothies, purees, and hot soups. It has a variable speed dial that lets you change the speed as you blend, and a pulse button for chunky blending and precise textures. The on/off toggle rounds out the controls. The blades of the machine go so quickly that you can even cook your food while you blend. In as little as 6 minutes, cold ingredients can get heated to steaming, so you don't have to warm up your ingredients beforehand to make a creamy pureed soup. Though we didn't attempt hot soup, we found that this model outperformed all the others when it came to blending peanuts into peanut butter. The taller, skinnier jar was ideal for making nut butter. There was such a huge difference in texture compared to what we made with other models. It wasn't crumbly or like peanut dust, it was actually smooth. The mess afterward was exceptionally easy to clean with soap and water, with most of the leftover nut butter concentrated on the blades. The noise level was about average. Number 2. Vitamix E310 Explorian Blender. Vitamix blenders are the cream of the crop and are priced as such. If you're hesitant about spending so much, you can still get top-quality blending power for a little less money by choosing a model with fewer bells and whistles, like this one. Operation is easy, with a variable speed dial, an on/off toggle, and a pulse toggle, so you can do your blending exactly the way you want. This blender includes a 48-ounce pitcher that's on the smaller side but still large enough for most recipes, and certainly enough for your breakfast smoothies or slushy cocktails. Even without a special setting, cleaning is easy since all you do is add a drop of dish soap and water and let it run for about a minute to clean the blades and container. In fact, when we tested this model, this was one of the easiest to clean after making peanut butter. It produced a frothy smoothie with a very smooth consistency and was middle of the road in terms of noise. One downside we noted was that the motors seemed overworked when processing denser foods. Number 1. Vitamix 3500. One of the smartest of the Vitamix blenders, this blender has 5 pre-programmed settings to perfectly blend smoothies, make hot soups, puree baby food and frozen desserts, and clean itself. It also pairs with the Vitamix Perfect Blend app, which has 17 different programs and includes more than 500 recipes. The app is compatible with both iOS and Android devices and can also work with the Perfect Blend Pro Smart Scale for precise measuring as you cook. The motor base has wireless connectivity, so it can read the size of the container that is in use and adjust the program settings and blending times appropriately. It comes with a 64-ounce container, but other compatible containers are available separately. An integrated timer turns the blender off when time runs out, so you can walk away and know that you blended for exactly the right time. The intuitive controls are a touchscreen for a sleek appearance and easy cleaning. Like other Vitamix blenders, this one has variable speed controls as well as a pulse button for ultimate control of everything you blend. We love that this made a frothy smoothie with very little grittiness and was able to quickly whip up a batch of smooth peanut butter. We put it through even more tests like making mayonnaise, cheesecake batter, and even cooking up chocolate pudding. It exceeded our high expectations every time, and was also one of the quietest of the blenders we tested. Vitamix fuels passions. It's why we're the brand most trusted by professional chefs. But you won't just find us in restaurant kitchens. You'll also find us in home kitchens around the world. Because whether you're interested in the culinary arts, making healthier choices, or enjoying restaurant-quality smoothies at home, when you're ready to move on and move up, when you're ready to invest in your passion, you're ready for Vitamix.